It's about damn time that we got the Joseline's Cabaret reunion. It's only been, what, 3 years, 5 months, 2 days, 4 hours, 16 minutes, 2 seconds since we've waited for this reunion. Now, the fact that we've had to wait so long, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed. But at the same time, we all know how Zeus is when it comes to production, when it comes to editing, when it comes to producing. They suck at it. However, there's something about this show that gives me Bad Girls Club. And for all of us Bad Girls Club fans, I think we get a little bit of nostalgia when we watch Joseline's Cabaret. Because I don't know about y'all at home, but this show reminds me of Bad Girls Club, just a newer version, a more updated, fresh version. However, Zeus, I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed with y'all because just like we all predicted, y'all gave us a bunch of bullshit for part one. The girls were in the dressing room most of the time. We had the host talking for most of the time. Brittany Renner and Janisha John, they were talking a lot. A lot of stuff, a lot of filler that we did not need. This reunion has been so anticipated. There's been so many spoilers and leaks. Y'all had plenty of footage to give us that you didn't have to give us part one of just a bunch of shit. And that's what it was. And the fans are disappointed, Zeus. Like, we all have invested in this show our time and our money, and y'all continue to give us poor production, poor quality. And as I've said before, the owner of Zeus used to work for BET, used to be a producer, still is a producer, so you should know better. We don't want to see them in the dressing room talking for 30 minutes. We don't want to see Joseline performing two or three of her songs that are trash. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Do It Like It Shall Be Day, baby. And I love I Wanna Ride, I Wanna Ride, I Wanna Ride, I Wanna Ride. I like them. Joseline's got a few catchy songs. But other than that, most of her other songs are trash. And we do not want to see her or hear her perform them. This is the reunion. We're here to get resolution. We're here to see the girls hash out their drama from the season and talk about things that happened. And we did not get that in part one. And I feel like, actually, no, I know what Zeus is doing and I don't like it. Y'all are trying to stretch this reunion out as long as you can, just like you made us wait for 4 fucking weeks for the reunion just so you could get subscriber money. I don't know if y'all know that at home. Let me say allegedly, but this is my opinion. I feel like what Zeus does, they made us wait 4 or 5 weeks for the reunion. They drag this shit out because they know the longer that they drag this out, the longer that they keep you as a subscriber, the more they're going to get your money. And I'm not falling for it, Zeus. If it wasn't for the fact that I wanted to see this reunion, that I've been interested in seeing the Bad Boys Club, and that I was interested in seeing baddies, I would have canceled Zeus a long fucking time ago. Because let's face it, before Natalie came onto the Zeus network and Joseline came onto the Zeus network, y'all weren't as big as you are now. Yes, Black China brought in views with her show, and I guess Chance's show did bring in some views as well. But we're really interested in the Bad Girls Club, the Bad Boys Club, and Joseline's show. Those are y'all's three biggest shows. Anyway, let's get into it. So the intro really shows which girls are kissing Joseline's ass because it opens with Joseline performing her song. And you've got Candy on a Stick, you've got Black Diamond, you've got Dexter's Laboratory, as KPRi calls her, Raven. And who is the other one? The girls that were backup dancers for Joseline. Those are the girls who are kissing Joseline's ass. Okay. And I say that to say those are the girls who I think are really loving this fame and this attention. So they're willing to let Joseline talk to them however she wants. They're willing to let Joseline treat them however they want, as long as they can continue to be on TV, show up at red carpet events, and be on this Joseline's Cabaret tour. Ladies, all money ain't good money, and you're selling your soul at this point, okay? So let me just say, overall, this entire season, I didn't really recap the season of Joseline's Cabaret. I wish I would have, but this entire season, my MVP throughout the whole thing has been Jordan. Jordan Monroe, the white girl that has a little freckle right here. They call her Monroe, I guess, because she gives a Marilyn Monroe-esque vibe, I guess. We'll just say that. She's been the MVP for me because throughout the whole thing, have y'all seen Jordan in any drama? None whatsoever. She's minded her business. She came in to dance. She was the best dancer. To me, she seemed like the one girl that was the coolest out of the whole group that I would have kicked it and smoked with the whole time. The rest of these girls have been thrashing and bashing and going at it since the day they walked in the door. And Jordan's been like, hey, I'm sitting back. I'm going to get my bag. I'm going to dance. I'm going to do what I got to do. And I'm going to go the fuck home. So my MVP for the entire season is definitely Jordan. And I do want to say, I give Zeus a hard time, but shout out to Zeus. Shout out to Lemmy. And shout out to Joseline. Regardless of what we think of this show and how we think of Joseline and how poorly the production can be, people have been tuning in week after week to watch this show. Twitter and social media has been going wild over this show, and I have to say, I think it's because it's really like the new age Bad Girls Club. I really feel like that Natalie, what she should have done with Baddies is what she should have done with Baddies what Joseline's Cabaret is. Instead of bringing back all these bad girls from the past that we've seen, they should have done what Joseline's Cabaret did and casted all new, fresh girls that we've never seen before, put them in a house. Bam, we would have gotten grade A reality television. Same thing goes for Bad Boys. I feel like Bad Boys would be bigger than what it is now had they casted boys that we didn't know. So, like I said, it opens with Joseline performing. That's fine. I don't care that Zeus is giving us one performance. I didn't mind that we got the show opening with Joseline performing. That's fine. Y'all can do that. She should have performed Do It Like It's Your B-Day. Or she did perform the I Wanna Ride, and that's fine, okay? But we didn't need another performance. We didn't need that. So the girls are in the dressing room, and a lot of the fans predicted on Twitter that Zeus has gotten so predictable at this point. We predicted that Zeus was the entire part one was going to be them in the dressing rooms, running their mouths, and that's all we were going to get. And I'm so disappointed in you guys, Zeus. We didn't want to see that. Now, when the show airs, if you notice, a lot of the girls in the dressing room, they're mad, they're talking shit about one another. This girl's got a beef with this girl's mad at this girl. There's a lot of energy that we didn't get on the show that now we're getting in the dressing room. And I think when the show aired, it created a whole new atmosphere because a lot of these girls were talking shit in their confessionals, but in the house they weren't saying the same stuff. So they get to the actual reunion and it's created a whole new atmosphere, right? All right. So Black Diamond, Raven, who is the other one that were in the dressing room together? I don't know, but Raven says that the fans loved them the most. So I'm sitting here like, Raven, are we watching the same show? Like, because the fans do not like y'all at all. I don't know about y'all. Comment below. Let me know in the comments. Did y'all care for Raven and Diamond? Because at the beginning, I tried to like them, but as the show progressed and once the show was over, they were probably my least favorite because they seemed like they were doing the most for the cameras and they just didn't seem authentic to me. A lot of the girls are mad at KPRi, but she was one of my favorites. I liked KPRi. What did y'all feel about KPRi? I feel like KPRi was real. She was one of the realest ones throughout the whole cast. She spoke her mind. She did her thing. She didn't care what nobody else said. Yeah, she had her moments, but yeah, I like KPRi. Now, KPRi is sitting in the dressing room with Riri, And she says something that's very interesting to me, and I'm curious to see how this plays out and why this happened. But she says that Riri was not invited to go on the tour with Joseline. Now, if you remember when the season ended, everything was good with Riri. Riri was good friends with Jordan, and they were always some of Joseline's faves, and Joseline always picked them to dance in the cabaret. So I'm very curious to know what happened between Joseline and Riri to where she was no longer invited on the tour. Now I will say, and this makes me wonder if it had anything to do with why she didn't go on the tour, but I didn't like Riri's black scent during the season. If y'all remember, during the season, Riri in her confessionals would talk with a black scent, be talking like this right here a lot, and I did not like it. I'm like, girl, that's not your lane. You need to pause, rewind, take a few steps back, and stay in a white girl's place, okay? Now, I don't know if that had anything to do with why she wasn't on the tour. I don't know if Riri said some racist shit or not, because later on in this episode, Diamond and I can never think of the girl they call Dexter's Laboratory, Raven. Diamond and Raven say that Riri was the racist one. So I'm curious to see and hear more information on what happened there. But I will say Riri was glowing. All season, Riri looked a hot fucking mess. But at this reunion, I like the hair, I like the makeup, I like the little corset, the little get up she had going on. So I'll give her that. Diamond says in the dressing room, she's talking with Raven about how she's not racist, and how she got a lot of flack for saying the N-word. But my thing is, Diamond, here's the thing with Diamond and her saying the N-word, and people who are Puerto Rican or who, are Mexican, whatever the case may be. If you, for instance, I'm a biracial man. My father is black, my mother is white. But when you pass me in the street, most people that see me, they're going to see a white person. I look white. Diamond, when people see you, they don't see black girl. So you may look swirly. I look a little bit swirly. But we don't see black girl. Just like when people look at me, they don't automatically see black man. They don't see that. So that would be like me going around saying the N-word everywhere. I can expect to get my ass popped because most people are going to think I'm white. And that was the situation with you, Diamond. And I think that is why people had problems with you saying it. So, and my thing with you too, Diamond, is you don't get a pass to say that. You just don't. And for me, I feel like you're saying it to just try to look cool. Like, it has nothing to do with how you were raised or what you heard growing up. For me, I feel like you're doing it because you want to look cool on TV. What's up, my? No, baby, fall all the way back. And, I'm saying that because I'm speaking from my own experience, from what I've seen from other people who look like me and say that word, who look like you and say that word. And white people who say that word, Hispanic people, y'all just need to stop saying it altogether. Leave that to the black community only. And this is coming from somebody, like I said, who is mixed, biracial themselves. Like I have black in me. I have African American running through my blood, baby. My father is black, but I'm not walking around saying that word. Because for what? For what? What does that gain in my life? The only reason I think people like Diamond says it because they want to look cool. They want to try to fit in and be cool and make themselves look a certain way. When in the end, you look sad, you look pathetic, you look racist, you look thirsty, and you just need to stop, girl. Just be yourself. So this was the same scene that Diamond and Raven said that Riri was a racist. Okay, and then we can't forget about Gaia. Y'all remember Gaia? She was the one who always talked about God this, God that, and she's still doing it again in the dressing room. Now, I have a problem with that, and I'm not no super religious person, but Gaia, you really need to stop because number one, you're on a reality show that is super trashy. Let's just admit it. It's trashy reality TV, and I love it. It's a guilty pleasure. I'm not knocking the show, but you're on a platform with strippers and hoes, prostitutes, drug use, fighting, and everything that comes out of your mouth is God this, God that, God this, Jesus this is, and it's a mockery, in my opinion. You're making a mockery of religion. You're making a mockery of people who really are spiritual and religious. No, I'm not really religious, but I do believe in God. I am spiritual. And when I see other people who are just who are sitting back talking about God this, God that, but in the same sentence, you got your legs spread with your hairy pussy out, you're another one that gives thirsty. You need a little bit of water because you thirsty, Gaia. You really are. Now, I will say Gaia was entertaining. She did, when she brought her hairy coochie monster out, I died. That was during the season. That wasn't during this reunion. But I just wish she would stop with all the God talk because it overshadows us seeing who you really are. So Brittany Renner, like I said earlier, and Janisha John are hosting. We know Janisha John. That is, for those who don't know, that is the CEO's wife. Lamel Plummer's wife. And I like Janisha. She seems to be a good host. She seems to be polished. She's beautiful. She does a good job with hosting for the most part. I was kind of confused with Brittany Renner hosting. I just didn't get it. Brittany Renner seems almost, she even said it, she's a big fan of the show. She seems more like a fangirl there. Like a lot of the things that she was saying, and like I remember one point when they were sitting there, she was like, talking about KPRi. I saw you before the show, just all this little fangirl stuff. She was very unprofessional, in my opinion, in the first part as the host. At one point, she said she was talking about her two favorites, who her two favorites were. You're the host. You're supposed to be neutral. I understand she didn't say who her two favorites were in front of everyone, in front of the girls. However, you're supposed to stay neutral as the host. And I just didn't understand Brittany Renner at all. Like, of all people that they could have chosen to host this reunion with Janisha John, they choose Brittany Renner. No shade, Brittany. You're a pretty girl. But I think that's just about it. Like, maybe Brittany wants to get into hosting. And this is her first opportunity getting into hosting. I'm not knocking that. But for your first time, I mean, we haven't got to see a lot yet. But I just feel like they could have made a better choice with the hosting. Y'all let me know in the comments. How do y'all feel about about Brittany Renner hosting? Because I mean, at this point, when I was watching this, I'm like, anybody can be famous nowadays. Like, literally, anybody can be famous. Because I don't even know what Brittany Renner is known for other than sleeping with famous men, sleeping with athletes. That's it. And get it how you get it. Get it how you live it. Get it how you can, baby. I'm not knocking it. But if you're going to go from a girl who sleeps with celebrities and athletes to a host, we need to see some hosting skills, because there's a lot of people out here who really put in the work, where hosting is really their craft, people who's went to school for this type of thing. And I'm not hating. Y'all don't mistake this for hating, because Brittany Renner could have went out there and killed it as a host, and maybe she will. Maybe I will retract my statement and I'll double back on that when I watch part 2 and 3 of the reunion. But as of right now, I'm not really impressed. She just looks like a pretty face sitting up there. That's my opinion. So we're 30 minutes in. We're 30 minutes into the show, and Joseline's performing another song, and I'm just like, this is a fucking hot mess. This is a hot ass mess. We shouldn't be 30 minutes in and we don't have any dialogue on stage at all. Like, at all. Literally, Joseline is performing and all you hear is, I just want to fuck, 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 I just want to fuck. And it's tiring, Zeus. Like, y'all have this show in the palm of your hands that is gold. That fans love. And I feel like y'all are ruining it. Am I the only one that feels this way? Somebody please. Can I get an amen? Please, somebody help me here. And I feel like Joseline's song, Do It Like It's Your B-Day, that song was so catchy and successful and people loved it that I think it hyped her head up to make her think that she's Beyonce or Rihanna all of a sudden. And Joseline, I'm not knocking you, girl. You want to be a singer? Go for it. But I need you to get better producers. I need you to get better writers. I need you to get a better team. I need you to get better management, people around you to help build your brand and your image because you're a hot mess as well. Her music sucks. That song she was singing, I just want to fuck. Like, really? That's all you're gonna say? Like, there's no substance to her songs at all. Now, Do It Like It Shall Be Day was catchy. It's a fun club song. I get it. And also, I feel the same with I Wanna Ride, I Wanna Ride. I liked it too. But is all of your songs just gonna be fuck me, suck me, lick me, touch me, eat me? Like, come on. Come on. Come on, Joseline. I really, 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 really need the producers. I need an executive to step in. I need somebody to step in and be like, look, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Because in all actuality, the reunion should have started 10 minutes into the show. I get y'all want to get some backstage footage of the girls talking. Get that. I get you want to have a Joseline performance. Get that. But 10, 15 minutes of after that, cut. We need to get the girls on stage. We need to get some dialogue. We need to get the ball rolling. Um, Zeus is gonna milk this for every dollar they can get. Okay, let me tell y'all something. If it was up to Zeus, well, it is up to Zeus. But if they could do a 10-part reunion, they would stretch this out so far just to keep y'all subscribing and on the on the edges of our seat. But I think all of us as fans, we're starting to catch on. We're starting to get tired. And I don't want to cancel my subscription, Zeus, but y'all better do something. Y'all better do something. So the girls come on stage. What the fuck is Candy on a Stick wearing? Did y'all see that? What is Lollipop wearing? She had on like a brown blazer, some tennis shoes. Like, you can tell she just literally threw on something and ran out on stage. It looked a mess. A lot of these girls don't have stylists. A lot of these girls didn't have makeup artists. A few of them did. A few of them paid for hair and makeup. But I'm like, Zeus, did y'all not pay for them to have stylists? Did y'all not pay for them to have hair and makeup? Like, I'm confused. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe Zeus did pay for this stuff and it just looks a hot ass mess. I don't know. But the girls come on stage and we're literally at the end of the episode. I think there's like 5 minutes left and we're at the beginning of the reunion. Like, y'all literally wasted a whole episode on bullshit. And I'm so disappointed. I kind of figured it was coming. A lot of us predicted this, but I was so disappointed. So when the girls come on stage, they're not even sitting down for 5 minutes. And KPRi and Candy on a Stick go right at it. Literally, one of them's here, one of them's there. The host asks them one question and they literally go at it, fighting right away. And when I tell y'all, this was a hot rotisserie mess. Like, I mean, we couldn't even see what was going on. We could not even see what was going on. There's security everywhere. There's cameramen everywhere. The girls are trying to fight one another. The hosts are trying to get back, but they're trying to diffuse the situation at the same time. And I'm just like, oh my God, what is going on? And thankfully, Lemmy, the CEO and the executive producer, steps in and is like, shut the fuck up. Y'all stop right now. And I'm like, thank you for stepping in. And we go to next time on Joseline's Cabaret. That's where y'all ended it? Like, really? That's where y'all ended it? Joseline didn't even come out on stage. Joseline's not even in part one other than her performing. I was so disappointed. I'm like, what the fuck is Zeus doing, man? I'm so mad at y'all. Like, I literally want to cancel my subscription right now. If it wasn't for the fact that I have to review the rest of Bad Boys LA and the rest of this reunion, I would cancel my subscription to Zeus because they're just playing us like a motherfucking fiddle at this point. Poor content. The season was great. Don't get me wrong. Joseline's Cabaret, the season was great. It was a really good season. I enjoyed it. But this reunion is just a hot mess. It's all over the place. There's no structure. Like, y'all should have prepped these girls before they went out on stage and said, look, I understand y'all are going to fight some, but stay in your seats or you're not going to get paid. I really just feel like this show is all over the place. They obviously have no control over these girls, and it's evident that they have no control because of what happened. The outcome of this reunion, a lot of these girls got physically hurt really bad. There's lawsuits involved now. There's a lot of stuff going on within Zeus, within this show, a lot of drama. And it just shows that it's chaos. It's a madhouse. Lemmy, I don't think you have control over this show. I really feel like you need to go back to the drawing board if there's going to be a season 4, and you need to literally organize this perfectly and get everything in order to have a successful season 4. Because if you don't, someone's going to get seriously hurt, killed, or end up in jail. Because it's like a fucking circus. It's a zoo. Literally, imagine you go into a zoo, opening up the gates and letting the animals just fucking go wild. That's what's going on with Joseline's Cabaret. There's no control. There's no structure. There's no organization. It's literally like they just said, let the girls in and action. Am I wrong? Or am I wrong? Or am I right? Or am I right? Somebody let me know in the comments. How did y'all feel about the Joseline's Cabaret reunion? Did you feel like part 1 was worth your $4.99 a month? Or did you think that this was a really good reunion? Also, how do you feel about Candy on a Stick and KPRi going at it right away? How do you feel about Joseline not even being there? What is the future of Joseline's Cabaret? Give me your overall opinion, your overall rating for part 1 of the reunion, and I will see you back here for part 2 of the reunion next week. Also, if you're a Bad Boys LA fan, make sure you check out my review for episode 8. It will be coming soon. I'll be recording and filming it next. I appreciate all of you guys' support and love and those who watch me each and every week. I see the numbers going up and it means the world to me. If you guys keep tuning in, I will keep giving you videos after videos after videos. Also, give me some recommendations of what you want to see me review in the comments and I will try to watch it. Now, it is difficult for me to review a bunch of shows because that takes a lot of time out and I do have other things that I do. Love you guys for watching and we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark.